Hi, I'm Paris, and I've been working out with the As Seen on TV Wonder Arms for just over 3 weeks now. I had intended to go 4 to 6 weeks and then see if there'd been any improvement in my arms, especially with what's hanging down underneath my arms there. But I'm stopping at 3 weeks. I'll explain why, and I'll give you a chance to compare my arms to how they were in the video 3 weeks ago, see if you see any improvement. Also, I hadn't intended on doing any further update videos or wrinkle cream, but people have been asking some questions, so I'll give you a quick update on those because something is going on with them.
Epic review, guys.
To begin with, the As Seen on TV Wonder Arms, everything started out fine. I was using the blue low resistance bands for a few days with exercises that you hold the device like this and stretch like this, and you do this at different angles, including here behind your head, to exercise different muscles in your shoulder and in your arms. It was pretty easy with the blue band, so I kind of quickly went on to the yellow band, spent a couple days at that level, but what I really wanted was the maximum resistance band here, the orange band, which is 35 pounds of tension. So probably sometime in the second week of my daily workout with the Wonder Arms, I switched to the orange tension band, and I used it pretty much every day, some days 2 or 3 times a day. I didn't do too many repetitions at first, but recently I had gotten up so that I was basically using it until my arms were just so tired that I felt like I needed to put it down. So I would do this watching TV. I thought this was a good exercise regimen, but looking back on it now, not so much. I actually managed to pull some muscle in here, which was very unpleasant, and I think it was my use of the device that was causing the problem, not the device itself. But with the exercise machines at the YMCA gym where I normally work out, and I usually use 4 different arm machines that I go through, and I should know to stick with the machines that work for me, the one that leave my arms sore after workout but don't cause that muscle tearing pain. And the origin of this problem isn't so much a physical disability as an ego disability. I know exactly when it happened. I was living in Japan at the time in my mid-20s, and there were no smoking restrictions. People smoked everywhere in the restaurants, the train stations. I really didn't like smoking. But there was one time I was out with friends, we were trying to have a meal, and this large thing filled with sand that people were using to put their cigarettes out was there smoldering, and the smoke from it was just blowing right on me. They had it propping open a door. So I went over, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I was going to take that huge container and roll it outside so the smoke would stay out and the door would close. Well, when I get to it and lean into it, it won't budge. The thing was concrete on the outside and sand inside. I don't know if it weighed 400 or 500 pounds, but of course I look foolish now if I go to do this and I can't move the thing. So I moved it and I rolled it out, and I hurt something bad in my arm at that time. And so it's come up since that certain exercises seem to trigger that. And I think with the machines at the Y that work for me, I guess they don't put the pull in the position that hurts this like this does, but they're very smooth machines, by which I mean they have a very smooth motion and not a very sudden jerking type motion, which I ended up, because I would do this quickly, because it wasn't so hard to do, I would end up, I don't want to trigger it again here, but I would just basically move my arms through the motion like this, so it was stop, go, and I think that's what hurt it. So that's my story. Coach had to take me out of the review. After 3 weeks though, I'll show you my arms now and compare them to when I started this. I've also learned a fact that's kind of depressing that I'll share with you why I don't think you're going to see much difference in my arms. Okay, right arm at rest. It still jiggles plenty. Right arm tensed. Not much jiggle there. Just for comparison, in the update video I do, here's my arm now, my right arm with the jiggle. And when tensed, there's no jiggle. Left arm at rest. Left arm tensed. Okay. Left arm. So what I was going for with the Wonder Arms was not really to improve how the arms look tensed, so that's always nice. But the reason I actually started doing the arm exercise machines at the YMCA was because watching videos as I'm editing them of myself doing things here, when I lift to hold something up, I would notice if my arm was in motion that this was in motion as well. So that bothered me, so I said, all right, I'll go to the gym and I'll do exercises, so I'll build up the muscle there. I won't have that jiggle. So why is it still jiggling? Well, it turns out, after having done some research I probably should have done a couple years ago before thinking I could just go to the gym and fix this, the underarm sag or jiggle that people get often when they're older is actually a result of being overweight. So there's no way you're going to exercise your way out of it, except to the extent that the exercise will help you to lose weight. So you may get great definition of the muscle here, but it's still going to be underneath the fat. The only way you can stop that from jiggling is to either keep your arms tensed all the time, Popeye can do it, or lose the weight, which of course you can't just lose weight in one place, which means you lose 20, 30, 40 pounds, and then you'll see some improvement because there won't be so much fat here. So the As Seen on TV Wonder Arms, I still think this can be a good device for some people so you can get some exercise at home. But I would recommend doing a set number of reps rather than not really keep track of what you're doing. Try to do it as smoothly as you can so you don't have that start-stop motion that seems to be tougher on muscles and on joints. And if you have any pre-existing muscle condition or damage, make sure you check with your doctor before starting to use it. Find out more about the Wonder Arms at the link down below this video. The wrinkle cream, the two wrinkle creams I have been using, the L'Oreal and the Neutrogena. I've done a 1-month test of that, and I definitely saw a difference. Most people saw a difference, but they thought the effect was maybe a year or two younger, that it made me look that amount younger. Now, it's been just over a week since I've stopped using it, and I can already see the wrinkles reappearing. They've always been there. Now that the skin around my eyes is not as plump and firm as it was, I'm seeing the lines come back in. I'll zoom in here for a second and let you have a look. So I'll give you the at rest here without the expression. It's when the wrinkles should be minimized. And I can see them just starting to come back in with a little more definition. Someone had asked me, hey, how long is it going to take, do you think, when you stop using it to look like you did before? A month or less. So I'm hoping as I stop using these products that made me look younger, that the 1 to 2 years I looked younger with the wrinkle cream, the 2 to 5 years with the hair, that it's not an additive thing, that it's not, okay, well, you get a 2-year penalty for that, and if you look 7 years older, I'm hoping I can serve the sentences concurrently. And in addition to doing some remodeling here, also remodeling some of the themes for the days of the week here. Want to let you know about 2 of them that are upcoming soon. Fridays in the future will be Fan Pick Fridays. Near the end of Friday's videos, I'm going to put up a poll that you can vote on, and it will have 2, 3, 5 suggestions for products to review the following Friday based on what everyone has expressed they're interested in. So basically on Fridays, I'll give you the choice to choose which video you'd like to see the next Friday. And with Christmas coming, I know not for a while yet, but because we're going to do 1 video a week for Christmas present suggestions, I have to get started now in order to have a good list for you to go shopping by Black Friday. Saturdays are going to see the return of Santa's Pick Saturdays. The kids will help me on a few of them, but I'm going to do the majority of the videos, I think, about unique gift ideas for men, for women, as well as some of the top toys, which I'll see if I can get Roxana and Jimena to help me try out. You can keep checking back for those videos, or you can click that subscribe button and the bell next to it. You'll get notified when my videos go up. See you on the next review.
Epic